You know, this, we're basically warning you people out there, mainly you Israelites, that once they put this technology out there, which they have the technology out there, but once they go to implant it into actual people, you're supposed to not take it. You're not supposed to accept it. You know, you're supposed to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus. All right. So, this is the reason why you have to put on your nationality. This is the reason why you have to come back to who you are, so that you can know what to do in these times. Because there's going to be a trying time coming once the mark of the beast is fully pushed out there. Once they go to implementing this RFID chip or the microchip, you're going to be forced to take it, and it's not just going to be like, all right, either you accept it or not. It's going to be, you're going to be forced to do it. You know, it could be at the end of a barrel of a gun. It could be at the end of a guillotine. You know, it could be at the end of a sword, firing squad, fire, whatever. You know, so you're not supposed to take it. This is why this is written. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Because the hour of temptation is coming. You know, and that hour of temptation is going to grab a lot of people, you know, as the scriptures speak about Yahweh Shai coming as a thief in the night, is going to grab you unexpectedly. You know, so it behooves you in these times now, before this thing actually comes, which is here, but it just hasn't been fully implemented, for you to take heed, you know, so that when it does come, you can be prepared. Now, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 11. I'm sorry, not 11. I started 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, because this is going to be a trial. So now, if you take this chip, as we read in the scripture in Revelation 14, you're going to be destroyed by the angels, by Yahweh Shai, by the angels, by the missiles, by the fire that's coming. You know, you're going to be destroyed by, some of you are going to be destroyed by famine. Some of you are going to be destroyed by storms. Some of you are going to be destroyed by beasts. Some of you are going to be destroyed in these race riots. You know, and ultimately, the majority of you that's on the soils of America that are not part of the elect, which are you so-called Negroes, West Indians, Puerto Ricans, Haitians, Dominicans, you Israelites, you're going to be destroyed ultimately if you take that chip. You know, because right now you do whatever you got to do to get welfare. They tell you got to wear a stamp on your forehead to get welfare. You'll do that. All right. So now I'm gonna go because all throughout the book of Revelation it speaks about this mark, and this is not just a thing. Oh, it's just Christianity or an embargo or just some insignificant thing that you don't have to worry about. This is a very prevalent prophecy. This is something you have to look for. That's why Yahweh Shai said, watch as well as pray, that you may be able to escape these things. Matter of fact, before I read these scriptures here, I'll go to the book of St. Luke real quick. This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21 and verse 34. It says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. So it's going to come, even though we're out there speaking and teaching and breaking it down, precept upon precept, it's still going to be as a snare to a lot of you people, because you're not going to be expecting it. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So when they go to implement this chip, you're going to be already armed in your mind to say, no, I can't take that chip, because if I take that chip, I'm going to be destroyed. But now, on the other hand, the people that are going to take the chip, the reason why they're going to take it is because they're not part of the elect, and they've been blinded. So, and they've been blinded by this devil, because this devil, the way he paints things, he don't come like you think of the devil. You think of this big horrible creature, you know, somebody that's the devil. You think that they come like a horrible creature, like a like a maniac. But the devil's gonna come nice. He's gonna come smooth. You know, and that's how these devils are coming. Oh, don't worry about it. You know, you could take this RFID chip. It'll help you. It'll have your medical records on it. It'll have your financial records on it. You don't have to worry about identity theft. You don't have to worry about credit cards being lost, or your money being stolen, or you stuck up for your money, because it'll be all on this chip that'll be inserted inside of you, and you won't have to worry about no more cards. You won't have to worry about nothing. You know, if you want to open up your car, you got to do is swipe your hand on your car, and the car will open. So they have everything set up, but it's all like the scriptures say, their words are smoother than butter, but war was in their heart. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, is a part of the gospel. And it's lost to a lot of people out there. Why? Because the God of this world has blinded the minds of those people out there. And who's the God of this world? Lucifer, the so-called white man. The Illuminati, the international bankers, the so-called ruling elite. These are the gods of this world. And these are the people out there that are blinding your minds. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. Because if this word shines unto you, you're going to see, you're going to believe, and you're going to be awoke, and you're going to deny taking that microchip. Because once you take it, that's it. Like you had some clowns out there talking about that the Apostle Paul had the mark of the beast at one time, and now he doesn't have it anymore. If you take the mark of the beast, there's no way for you to put it off. There's no way for you to take it off of you. Okay? So the Apostle Paul didn't have the mark of the beast, because if he did, if the mark of the beast was Christianity, everybody out there is a part of Christianity or the Roman Catholic Church in some way or the other. The scriptures tell you if you take it, you're not going to be able to put it off. So now, going to the book of Revelation 15 and 2, this will go into it even further. Revelation chapter 15 verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. Now this glass mingled, the sea of glass mingled with fire, that's going to be the elect in the chariots, what the world calls UFOs, looking down through the ozone layer, which is that sea of glass, down into the earth, and the earth is going to be on fire. America is going to be totally on fire. The land of Israel and certain other parts of the world are going to be on fire. They're going to be up there, and they got the victory over what? Over the beast. It says, and over his image, and over his mark, which is what? The mark of the beast, the RFID, or the radio frequency identification, or the microchip. It says, and over the number of his name, which is what? 666, which the last 6 is stigma. Okay? Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. Why? Because they overcame and they didn't accept it. Why? Because they were the elect. They took the oil, which is the knowledge of the Bible. They had the oil on, and when these things came, the oil sparked that candle in their brain, or in their mind, or in their spirit, and they didn't take it. You know, whether they got their head chopped off, or whether they were tortured, or whatever the case may be, they didn't accept the mark of the beast. It says, this is the book of Revelation 16 and 2. It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. And that's talking about what? The nuclear destruction. That's going to be that lake of fire and the judgment for those that take this chip. This is 16 and 10. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongue for pain. Why? Because of the mark of the beast. And the last scripture here, Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. So basically, the Lord used this devil to put out this mark, or this RFID chip, this microchip. He used the technology, he deceived the people, he got the people to be destroyed, but eventually he's going to be destroyed also. And the international bankers will be going into slavery in the kingdom of heaven.